So welcome to everyone. Today our Dev Sprint 006, we are going to talk about email automation in Python, right? It's most important thing irrespective of what skill you have in the Python. So this is something which we can use in our daily, the projects, in the daily task in the projects and okay. So here we are not going to do the complete automation, but somehow we are going to achieve the automation concept. And I will also tell you that how to achieve the complete steps. You'll get some idea. Okay. So that's all about. So straight away we'll go to the code and we'll experience that how this is going to be done. Okay. And this automation, I am using the Gmail. You can also use any type of mailing services, not only Gmail, anything you can use. But Gmail is most preferred email account, so to send emails and all. Okay, so I am thinking about like which one is the best. So better we'll go for Gmail. Later you can explore there are so many email services are there, so you can use by your own. Okay, so straight away we'll go to the coding, and already I opened the VS Code. Here I am going to create a new folder called our today's Dev Sprint is 006. I'm creating now this file. So in this, I'll create one Python file called email automate. So email automate.py. Okay. So this is the email automate.py. This file I'm going to write code. Okay. So before going to write, I need to have some context, because what I'm going to do here, I'm going to send an email to the multiple contacts. So assume that I want to send an email to my friends, okay, by using the Python. So first of all, I need their contacts, then only I can send it, right? So let me create one simple file called contacts.txt. Then I will keep all the contacts here. So you can also read this one directly wherever you are storing it from the database. Also, we can read it for testing. So we are using the here contacts.txt, and I have some emails. Okay, I'm using my own emails here. I'm writing some emails. Just I created only for this purpose. So I'm using those emails only. So I am pythoner@gmail.com. So next one is Raja, and this is the name of the person. Okay. So if you want to give the name of the person, which country, which place, all this information we can give. Just I'm creating emails in one text file. These emails can be read from the database also. Okay, that is up to you, like how you define it. Okay, our main agenda is to how to automate the email, not like where we are reading the emails. So we have the context.txt. So we are keeping all the emails here. We can write n number of emails. That doesn't matter. And the next one is we need to create credentials here, right? So because we need to send content to the different emails, that emails must be there in somewhere, right? So I'm using something called credentials.py. Okay. Here I'm going to keep the credentials. For example, I need to provide here, I'm using the Gmail. So I have to provide Gmail username and Gmail password, right? So here the host name is, so we need to specify the host name, which server we are hitting it. So basically like we are hitting the Gmail here. So that's called smtp.gmail.com. Okay. What is the mail server of the Gmail? It is smtp.gmail.com. And we have to use the port number. The port number I'm using here, by default it's 587. You can also Google it. You'll get to know what is the port number for the Gmail. It's a fixed one, whether when you are using the Gmail. For example, if you are using your company email ID, your company will provide that which port number they are using for SMTP and all. So most of the cases it is the SMTP server only. So you have to check with that if there is any other protocol they are using it. Okay. So next one, we need a email. So I'm saying that it's an email address. So I'm just keeping this one. Don't confuse. I'm just keeping with the address because it will give you like uniqueness. Okay. I'm going to use my current email address to send this information to the different email IDs. So right now I'm using I created one email for this dev sprint that's called devsprint2020@gmail.com. I'm going to show you everything and you'll get some idea. So then password is also there. Okay. So I will use the password in shortly. For time being, we'll come back later. Okay. I will show you also password. For after a minute, after the writing the code, we'll come back to this password. We'll see this. Right now we are using the host name, port number, address, password. These four are enough. One is the server name, another one is the port number, and address and password is enough to send an email from the Gmail account. Okay, let's go to the actual programming. So this is where we need to we have to write actual code. So for this, I'm going to begin with this. Okay, like we need to get the context. Okay, first I'm going to use something called a function. So it will get the context. So I'm using the function name called contacts here. Okay, so what contacts, where the contacts are there? Contacts are there in the contacts.txt file. So I will send some file name. The file name is the contacts.txt. So it will get all the files from there. Now in the contacts.txt, I have the name and Gmail. So that's called name I will keep into the separate list, and this Gmail I will keep into the separate list. Then it is easy to perform it, right? So for that, what I will do, right? Names I will take into the separate list. I'm empty list, and I'm taking another one is the emails. This is also empty list. I will tell you that why we are taking that. So to open a file, we can use the with open. Okay, open is the function to open the file. So that file name is here. The file name we are actually sending from this file name, comma. So of course, sometimes we use the encoding format because we are not sure what kind of data it comes. We have to use the encoding. So UTF-8, it is an optional, not always required. So we are opening this file. So next, we are just reading the file. So that's the reason I'm not specifying any mode.
So Raja,
Yeah,
if we not give encoding, then it will work. Means only
yeah,
file
it will
name.
work. It will work. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So without encoding also it works. By default encoding is the UTF-8 only, but better you can specify. Sometimes UTF-16, ISO 9000, there are 20 to 30 encoding techniques are there. So it is up to you like what kind of data which you are receiving from the source file. Now, this is, I'm giving the name of this is called the contact underscore file. Okay. See, I'm not giving the mode. Mode is equal to read, okay? But by default, it is a read mode only because I'm not doing anything with this. So this is a with statement. So statement should not be ended. So I'm still continuing this. Here, what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to get all the contacts from the contact file. So let me use the contact in contact file. So contact file, let me create something like a contact file. So we already created, right? This is the file object. So I'm going to take this. So basically what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to read the content from the text file. So I'm going to separate these names and emails, and names I will keep into the names list. Emails I will keep into the email list. That's a very simple thing. To do this activity, since the content is there in that text file, I will use something called here. See, the names is nothing but a list. List has the function called the append. So what I am going to do here, append. So all this information, each and every contact, whenever you receives, that contact you have to split. Okay, the split of 0, because in the 0th position, whatever it is there, that is the names, and whatever in the first position, I will take it as the, it's not names here, it is, I will take the emails. So emails dot append, and I will go for the contact. So this contact will contain all the information from the text file. Then I am splitting it. So use the split and use something called here index 1. So basically what we are doing it, if you go back to this contacts.txt, we have the two content here. In 0th position is name of the person, and 1 position is email ID. Similarly like this. So when you are reading your file, this function will get the name and as well as email separately and storing into the different list, because this is we want later, because this information we are using in the actual email concepts. Okay, so this information I will return whenever we call this method. So get contacts, whenever you call, this is going to return the names and as well as the emails. Emails and names are nothing but a list here. Okay, so you can write n number of names and number of emails. It is up to you how much you write in the programming skills. Okay, how you write in your according to your logic. So what is the next one? Well, so what is the next one we are going to do? I want some message, because I want to send some message, right? Let me create some message here. Say that, so message is very important, right? So without messages, if you're sending, that won't be really good. So I'm going to create a message. So that will give some idea. So messages.txt. Okay, I'm keeping in the txt only. Here I am writing very simple message, hello. And we can write this is something like this is automated message sent by Python developer, something we can write. Okay, spellings, any mistakes, you can just ignore it for time being. Our focus is on the coding. And so please do not reply to this email. So we can also put this content. Please do not reply to this email, whatever text you want to write. Okay, so this is a simple text, and so you can say that thank you, and say that something like regards Python developer. Right? So very simple text which I have written. So what I'm going to do, right? This text I want to call. This is again separate file. So we'll go back to this email automate. First we read the context. Next we need to read the text. So how to read the text? For this we need to create separate function, because I'm making this one which is very clear. Like if you have the different functions, tomorrow you can change accordingly, right? So TF, I want to get underscore and message template, because I want to send this message template. So I'm using the file name. So some file name I will pass here, any file name. So, but in this case, we are using the file name called the message.txt. So whenever this message.txt is opened, so I have to open this file. To open this file, so there is a function called open. So we can use the open function. So open function will take this file name. So we have this file name. So this is the file name which will read by open function. And this file name, so we have to use encoding, same copy paste. So I'm doing the same thing, nothing much. Okay. The previously it was reading the context. Now it is reading the text file, nothing much. So I'm giving the name of this. The name is nothing but the message underscore. You can give any name is fine. It is up to you, your choice. So I'm giving that simply like a message underscore template file name. Okay. So what is the next one? So we have to read the content from that. So when you have this object, file object, this file object is going to be used. Sorry, indentation. Okay, this file object is going to be used. This has the read function, this has the write function, and all these functions are, we have it in the files, Python files. But we are not going to write anything. We are just reading the content from the like whatever we have, messages.txt. Here we have some content, right? That content should be read your email, right? So that's what actually we are doing it. So messages underscore template file, the read. So what I'm going to do, right? This content, okay, we need to send to the one way, like we can say that this is the message to the email. So I'm just keeping into the another variable. I'm going to return it. Same thing I'm doing. How we are doing here, same way I'm doing it, but this is for the message. The previous one is for the context. Okay? So return. So I'm using something like, so since it is a template, I'm going to use the template. So you can also verify this. There is a string class in the Python. From string class, we have something called template, which is already predefined. No need of installing any module separately. We have templates. So I'm using this template class. So this template class will take this message and will format it accordingly. So it's nothing but it is string class is supporting this simple formatting. Without this also we can send, that is will be like a raw. Okay. So now we have two functions separately. One is for context, one is for the template. This is the to list. This is nothing but message body. Okay. Now I'm going to write actual main method. So that's called main. In this main method, I will write actual logic. Okay. How to send the data. So it's very simple. I will take the names. Okay. The names and emails. Okay. This is names and emails. Basically, you can take any name here, but where these names and emails will come, I will get from this get context. So I need to call this method here. So this function should be called here, not method. This is a function. The function should be called here. In this function, I need to send file name. So what is the file name I have? I have it here, the context. So I will go and copy this relative path, and we'll go to this email automate and just copy this. Okay. So we'll go to this and keep this. This is fine. Okay. We are sending this file name to this line number 4. In the line number 4, this file will be read, and that will fetch the names and emails. Okay, spelling wrong. So names and emails. It will fetch names and emails. That names and emails we have it here. Right. Similarly, I need to call the message also. For that, what I'm going to do, right? I'm keeping the same name. So you can use the different names also here. That is up to you, because I don't want to change here any logic. So I'm using the same thing only. So I need to call this method. So this method name is the get message template. So here I need to pass the what I need to pass here, I need to pass this message.txt. So again, I'm copying the relative path. We'll go back to this one and we'll use this is the right one, right? So first one, we are sending the contacts. So context method will fetch the data. Next, we are sending the message file. The message file also will return the message. Okay, all these contacts and messages, I have to give it to the Gmail server. I have to give it to the Gmail server. Now our focus is on the set up the SMTP server, whatever it is. Now I'm using the Gmail. Tomorrow you may use your office address, your office Gmail, sorry, your office email, whatever. If you want to use, you can use it. Okay. Now I'm creating something called server is equal to, I need to use something called SMTlib. Okay. So SMTlib is by default is there in your Python itself. So we can use this SMT, not SMTP here. SMTP, right? I'm writing spelling wrong here. Yeah, so SMTP lib. So you are going to use this SMTP lib and to get the server configuration. So I'm using now SMTP lib dot here server configuration. You can see there are a lot of functions are there. So we are going to use something called SMTP only. So for that, we don't, we'll go with the very simple one called SMTP. So in this SMTP, what it will take, right? It will take the credentials of your email and your password. So where these credentials we have it. So we already kept these credentials into the somewhere like in the credentials.py. So I have to read this address and password, this email, Gmail address, Gmail password I have to send. You remember, I'm sending from one Gmail to the multiple Gmails. Not only the Gmails, you can also send to the multiple emails, even have Yahoo or like whatever emails you think. Okay. That is not a problem at all. But a main mail is like devsprint2020gmail.com. You are using it here. Okay. So what I have to do, right? I have to get the credentials from there. So to get the credentials, we have something called import. So credentials is our file. It's a library. These credentials I'm going to use here in the SMTP. So what I will do, right? So when I go to this credentials.address, the address is there in the credentials.py. That's called my email. And again, what I need to do, right? I have to I have to get the password now. So same thing, credentials dot password. So I have the password also I get now. Okay. So next is what? I have the password, I have the everything. So I am using something called, this is a server. So this all data is there in this server. If it is successful, then line number 25 is successful and the line number 26 is going to be called, right? So I'm using something called like this is just a triggering this SMTP server. So we can also use this. If you can look at this command, the host name to send for this command to default to the local host. Okay, this can be used when if we are using any local host also we can use. So after this server we are going to start. So for this we have something called start TTLS. It's nothing but domain is going to be called. If you are using the Gmail is going to call. So once is all success, we are going to ask this server to log in. So server is having something called login function. This login we are going to provide. Okay. Again, this login we are going to give the same details like the credentials of address and the password. Same thing I am providing. First, we are checking this SMTP server. We are setting up. Then after that, we are going to log into that. Okay. So once you log in, our aim is to that. If it is nothing but you are setting up the SMTP server. What is the next thing we are going to do it? We are going to create a message. So next thing is the create a message. So this message is going to be sent. Okay. So how to send this one? So for example, I have different names in my code. So one name, one email. I will take one name, one email, corresponding email. And these contacts, I'm using the GIF function. I think you know very well, GIF function. I'm going to use these names and emails. Okay, we have names and emails. This is going to be split, and the name because names and emails are nothing but list here. This list comma this list. I mean two lists we have it. From the list I'm sending each name here, each email ID. So because we need to split, okay, every time it can't send directly at a time, right? First it send one name, one email. Of course it send very quickly. After that we need to create a message, right? So for this we are going to use something called MIME. So you may sometimes send multimedia information and all. So for that I'm going to use the packaging systems. So email I'm using now email. This is by default is there in your Python. No need of downloading from anywhere. All these things we are using from the Python only. Okay, nothing much, not from the outside. So this import is MIME. So MIME is nothing but like multimedia. Like if you can send multiple information, sometimes people send files, sometimes they send images and all. So that's the reason we are using this. What kind of content you are sending from the your email account. So and also we need something called email dot. So we sometimes we use only text. If you are using only text, we can use also text here. So that option is also provided by the Python module. So we can also this you can use. So we can use MIME multipart or MIME text is also possible. Now, once you have the names and emails, what is my next step is? Once you have the emails and names, so after that, I'm going to create a message. So I'm going to create a message for this class. This is a class. These two are the classes. Okay. I'm using this class and creating an object here. So message is equal to, sorry, and let me copy command C and I will go to this command B, right? So I'm creating an object for this in the MIME multipart. That object name is MSG. So what this MSG will do, this is going to be used like what message you can send. It's nothing but email message. So what is the from address, what is the to address, what is the subject, all this information. If you have any attached email, all this we are going to take it part. So first of all, I want to call this message. Where the message is there, the message we already have it. So where we are keeping this message, so message, we can use something called message underscore template that can be used here. Okay. For example, I want to use message underscore template that can be used. So in this case, what I'm going to do, right? So we have the message. So this message, we can use something like underscore template, or like we can use the different things also can be possible. For time being, so we'll come back to this message, then I will add some extra information here, okay? Because I need to set up something. So MSG, so we'll use that from address. So I'm using the now from address because you are sending mail from the from right, from and to, and also you can use, okay, from. So what is the from address? The credentials dot address, because if you go to this credentials dot address, we have that address name is devsprint2020gmail.com, right? So that is our from address. That's the reason I'm actually using it. So the from address is there. So next one is the to address. So to address is very simple, right? So is MSG of this is nothing but a to address. Here we have the each and every time you will get, if you are zipping the files here. So your list here, that you will get the name, that name and email. So my to address is nothing but here it is the email. Like I'm giving the email. So every time the email will come there. So next one is the subject. I want to write here subject. So subject is like, so what information we can say that? Subject is nothing but like in the email we have the subject. So I'm writing very simple subject called automated email sending by Python, or like automated email sending by Raja, whatever it is. We can write something like this. Okay, automated and email, because subject better we can keep subject like this. Python developer. Right? This is a subject. So once we're done with the subject, the only thing is left here, we have to send message to msg dot and attach. Okay, we need to attach the text file, or if you have anything. So as of now, we have only text file. So I'm not going to use any documentation at this moment. That you can try by your own, right? So I'm using the text message. This text message will say this MIME text will take the first one is the text, and the rest of the information will take. So we'll use the text, that is the message. Then subtype is nothing but whether it is a plain text or like it is a something image format and all, we can say. The first one is the message. So I will need to send the message, comma. Then also we can use something called, it is a plain text. Okay, it is a plain text. I'm going to send this basically, like after this we have to attach is done, right? We are done attach. Finally our server is going to send this mail. The server is there here, this instance we already created. The server is going to take all this information. So we created all this for loop is because of we are separating the information from to subject and all. The finally the server is going to use to send the data. So for that we have something called send message, right? We have send message. So we can use the send message function, and I will use the MSG. Okay. MSG is nothing but final message. This message is associated with all this information I will use. So finally, if you want, after sending the message, better you can delete the message, and next time it will create, if you anything you updated in the message, it will be added. Okay. So better you always delete the message object. So next time freshly, if you add any content, that will be added. So finally we can say this is okay, the print. Okay. This is done. Okay, anything you can mention, this is done or completed, whatever it is. And think we are almost all done. If any issues, we'll have a look into it. Now the finally I need to call this main method, right? The final I need to call this main method. This main method should be called, right? So totally we have three methods here, three functions. One is the get contacts and get message template and main method. So main method is mainly used for to send an email, but internally we are using something called contacts and messages. Okay, this is how it works. I'm using now Gmail. So Gmail like credentials, I need to set up the password. Before going to that, I need to say something to you. So I created one Gmail here. So today only, just some minutes back, I created one Gmail. I'm going to use this Gmail only. And you remember this less secure apps, it must be always on. So go to the Google, whichever Gmail you are using, this less secure apps access should be on. If it is off, you cannot send in emails. It is an issue. Okay, Google is not allow you to send an emails from the different applications. If you want to do it, it's on your risk. You have to check this less secure apps by selecting this one is yes. Okay, so going back to this, and I'm providing now my password here. Okay, few minutes back when I created this. So $2020 Python. Okay, I think this is the one only. So I'm going to use this code to call. Let's see this first of all. Any issues later we can discuss. Okay. Built-in functions contact split dot is not okay. So what is the line number 13 we have? Is there any spelling mistake we have? Something like this? We cannot, object is not subscriptable. Do you think what is an issue here we got? Yeah, simple, because it's a function, but I used directly like this. Okay, anyway, good to know that. So again, we'll execute this. Okay, guys, we'll see that. Any issues, of course. What is saying this? Error number 8, line number where we got line number 44. Line number 44. Actually, we are calling the main method. So what is the problem here? We are calling the line number 44. It's saying that, okay, smtblib credentials.address credentials password. Okay, so we'll go to this and we'll check this issue also. smtblib credentials, I'm using correct only, right? What is the problem? Okay, file in method and socket host port number timeout. Okay, it's saying that mode name or server name provider are not now. We already provided, right? So 1 second, guys, I'm checking that. Okay, fine. So credentials dot address we are using. Okay, fine. What we are saying that SMTP server, I mistakenly what I did, right? I am using this address and password, but where is the host name? That's a problem. Your SMTP will take the host name. I little confused. And this must be host name. This must be a port. Okay. So if you do more mistakes, we'll get more clarity. You can see here, line number 27, we are actually doing, we need to give the host name. Your SMTP will take the host name and port number. And line number 30, you have to log in with the credentials. So first, you need to connect with the server. Once server is connected, then you need to log in. That's how it works, right? Okay, so we've done that. We fixed that issue. Now let's go back to see that if any issues are there. If any issues, we'll fix it. No problem. Okay, so template object has no attribute uncode. So where I am using it, line number 39. Line number 39. So MIME type is MIME text, and This is correct only. MIME text message, no attribute called encode. Anywhere I'm using the ASCII, like 1 second, guys. So message dot attach the MIME text message. I'm using the plain. I think why it's going wrong here. It's correct only, right? Message only I'm giving. What is the message here? So it is not there in this case. Message is not found. Yeah, we have the message. We are getting there. And basically like a template object, no attribute called encoding. So where we are using this template, this is the template. We are using the file name, the message template, and we got the message here. So basically what we are doing it here, so we are opening the file and we created one object for this file. Okay, so maybe this is not allowing this encoding format. It should allow. For time being, we'll remove it. Still, if it is an issue, we'll check that. This is not an issue. So let me check, guys. We have that file name encoding UTF-8, and we'll go to now automated email, and we are attaching the file here, right? So basically we are getting the issue at line number 9. So for example, I'll put this comment and we'll send this one. We'll see that if it is goes fine. Okay, this is working for now, but still we are not sending the message. I'm going to check this. So let me, I think you are able to see. I got an email saying that automated email by Python developer just 0 minutes ago, but the problem is message, we are not sending it, right? So this is nothing but my email name is iampythoner@gmail.com, which I'm using. So I'm able to get it. And also I will check another email. So let me check. This is another email which I got. Yeah, I got in both the emails. I got this automated email by Python developer. The only issue here, I'm not able to send a message. Okay, so let's go back to explore the issue. So I will put this message is uncommented. Let's try again. Okay, executing this. Okay, so let me look into this issue clearly. At line number 39, so we got the message attach MIME text. We have to send here the message. I think this is good actually. I don't know what I have to fix here. Attach MIME text and template object as new attribute called the encode. We have to do something called substitute method we need to use. I'm thinking, yes, we'll go for something called substitute method. This message is the right. This is nothing but message. I will put something like this. I'm trying to fix this issue. Any object you can take, that's not an issue. So what I will do, right, this message, right, I will take this message template, this message template will have all the messages. I'm going to use something called substitute. Okay, so this is going to mix that issue. Okay, messages I'm taking this message. Let's see now, still we got some issue, or like we'll fix it. Before that, I will go to this. Okay, and okay, this I'm going to remove it. I don't want. So now I'm going to execute this code. Okay, that's great. We fixed that issue also. We'll see that message is received or not. You can check in my Gmail. Yes, perfectly. We got email. Hello, this is automated message sent by the Python developer. Please do not reply to this email. Thank you. Regards, Python developer. So we received an email. Similarly, I'm going to check this in the in another email. Yeah, of course, sounds great. So here also we got in this like that. You can send from the Gmail to multiple Gmails. That could be possible. Okay, so maybe I'm reading from the like a text file, but you can read this text from the even from the database. Maybe the people may register in your database, they will have all the data. So you have to write a connection to the database program. Once you connect it to the database, read content from that particular table where you are storing your email and password. that should be fine. Basically, we are not asking the other person's passwords. We are just sending to the other persons, like what is their name, what is their email. So that's that simple one we are taking, this contact start. So still you may think this is not sufficient, right? So for that, okay, still I am triggering from the manually, and also this is also we can automate very clearly. Right now, somehow it is automated, not completely automated, but we can do it. So I will also tell you that one in the later sessions, you will get some idea. Okay. So this is all about the sending an emails from another email to another emails. Okay. Do you have any questions, guys?